Hello, grade 2. Today we are going to talk about your key structures for Unit 1. So we're just going to review what you've learned from last week. Are we all ready? All right. So I'm just going to go over the PowerPoint. I want you to listen, sit nicely, and get ready. All right, so for Unit 1 key structures, we've learned how to use the imperatives to talk about rules. So last week, Mr. Alex talked about the rules at school. Okay, so we're just gonna go over that today. So here I have two pictures. Can you give me the first rule? Very good. The first rule is keep quiet. How about the second one? Can you look at the picture? Please look at the picture and tell me what rule is this one. Very good. Keep off the grass. Now, do you remember what we can say to ask someone to do something? Good job. So we start with an action word or the verb, right? So for example, the first one, we have keep quiet. We can't say you keep quiet. Okay, so we always start with an action word or a verb. Same with the second one. We can also say please keep off the grass to be polite, to be more polite. Okay, so we've learned this one in grade 1, back in grade 1, to always say please when we ask someone to do something, right? I hope you remember that. Okay, so rules with don't. We can use don't in our rules to ask someone not to do something. Like for example, the first one. What do you think is the rule for this one? Good job. That is don't climb the trees. Very good. How about the second one? Very good. Don't pick the flowers. Good job, guys. So we say don't or do not, and we do not change the verb after don't. So for example, this one, we have the word don't here. Now after the word don't, we have the verb climb. We do not change the verb to climbing. Okay, we do not say don't climbing the trees. No, so we just say we don't climb the trees. Okay, the same with the next one. Don't pick the flowers. We cannot say don't picking the flowers. All right? Okay. Or we cannot say you don't pick the flowers. So we always start with the word don't if it's if we're asking someone not to do something. Okay. Very good. Now, rules with places. Now, for example, this picture right here, okay? What do you think is the rule for this one? Very good. We say line up, but where can you see the sign? So we can also talk about the places in the rules, okay? So for this one, where do you think can we can see this sign? Good job. Now we see this sign in the corridor. Okay, so we say line up in the corridor. Good job. And how about this one? Who can give me the answer? All right, so this one is we say sit still. But where? Where can I see this sign? Good job. We can see the sign in the hall. So in grade 1, we've had key stage 1 assemblies, and I always tell you to sit still in the hall. Good job, guys. I hope you still remember that. So what is this one? What's the rule? Very good. That is keep quiet. But where do we see this sign? We always see this sign in the library. So our rule for this one is keep quiet in the library. Very good. How about the next one? What do you think is the rule for this one? Wait for your turn. And I know that you don't have your computer class yet, but soon you're going to have that, I think, in grade 4 or grade 5. But you always remember to wait for your turn. Where? In the computer room. Okay? So I think in grade 3, 4, or 5, you're going to have your computer class. Okay, so always remember that rule. Okay, how about this one? What is the rule for this one? Very good. Keep off the grass. But where can you see the sign? Can I see the sign in the canteen? Can we see grass in the canteen? No, we don't have grass in the canteen. So where can we see this sign? Very good. We see the sign in the garden, or we can also see the sign in the park. It depends on your place, okay? But for this one, since we have the photo of the garden, we say keep off the grass in the garden. Good job, guys. Now, how about the next one? What is the rule? Good job. So the rule here is to clean your table. So clean your table where? In the art room. Do you hear this rule from Mr. Jingle all the time, right? So Mr. Jingle will always tell you, clean your table in the art room. Okay, very good, guys. Okay, so it's your turn. So we're going to pair up with a classmate. Mr. Alex is going to choose 2 students at a time. One of the students will pretend to break the rule or to be a naughty student or to be a bad student, okay? While the other will say the rule, okay? So for example, student A here acts it out. So it's going to be student A who's naughty. Student B will say the rule, okay? So for example, this one, she's acting like she's running. So student B will say, don't run around in the corridor. Okay, so we try to include a place in your rule, so it can be anywhere, any part of the school. Okay, so you can think about it, look at the action of your classmate and say the rule. Are we ready? If you are all ready, then we can start.